Hi. You don't know who I am, but here's some tips on how to get good at Doom Eternal. There are a lot of things this game expects you to learn all at once, and even more that you'll end up finding out yourself. And while it's fun to find these things out on your own, a lot of them I would consider vital, at least if you're playing on any difficulty above Hurt Me Plenty. Keep in mind this is not a complete list. Also keep in mind that I'm no Zero Master. I'm not a god at this game by any stretch of the imagination. I just want to give out some handy advice that would definitely have helped me when I started playing. It's a tough game, but a very rewarding experience if you can truly master it. But we all have to start somewhere, and that's where I come in. By the way, there are zero spoilers in this video. I might show gameplay from later levels, but I won't get into any story or boss fights or cool moments. So don't worry about that. And enjoy the video. Use the flame belch as often as you can in just about every fight. Not only will it save your ass more often than you'd realize, but the armor shards that fall also stay on the ground for a long time. So even if you don't need it at the moment, it's nice to have a little spot in the arena filled with armor. This will save your life more than a few times, trust me, but it isn't something that you would really realize until you actually decide to take advantage of it. In the first few levels specifically, try to save up 3 chainsaw pips instead of using them on fodder demons. Your weapons aren't exactly good yet, so immediately being able to get rid of an Arachnotron or a Cacodemon is very, very helpful. And as long as you're aware of your surroundings, you'll find that there are more than enough ammo pickups to get you comfortably through the level. I'd also recommend doing this on Exultia, though once you get things like the dash, blood punch, and the plasma rifle, it becomes a lot easier to maneuver around and take down heavy demons. But I would still recommend trying to save up 3 in the early game, just in case. Absolutely crank up that FOV. On PC, you can use console commands to make it higher than you can in the game settings. On console, you can't, unfortunately. But that doesn't take away from the fact that having more of the battlefield visible to you at all times is objectively better than not. I would say that you're actively crippling yourself by keeping it at just 100, at least on the higher difficulties. Quick swapping refers to switching between 2 weapons immediately after firing one. Unlike most games, when you swap off of a weapon with a reload animation, like the Super Shotgun, Ballista, Rocket Launcher, the reload is cancelled and the cooldown is gone, meaning that you can do insane DPS to just about any demon, especially super heavies like Barons. On console, make sure to have the Ballista and the Super Shotgun as your last held weapons, so you can just tap the right bumper, on Xbox at least, to switch between the 2 guns instantly. On PC, you can quick swap between any weapons instantly, but even then the Ballista and the Super Shotgun seems to be the most powerful combo, especially against Marauders. If you're fast enough, you might be able to get in 3 shots on them while faltered instead of just 2. However, other weapons like the Rocket Launcher and the Precision Bolt mod for the heavy cannon also work just fine in quick swap combos. Remember though, the cooldown on the Precision Bolt is not reset by switching, a change made to keep things a tad more balanced. That spawned from, I believe, battle mode. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am. Chainsaw, 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 chainsaw as often as possible. Even when you're only missing half of your ammo, find a fodder demon to chainsaw. I know that goes against what I said earlier about the early levels in the game, but I'm talking more about in the later half of the game. Being constantly topped up on ammunition can really make or break a fight. Keep in mind though, you'll have to be careful if you're planning on chainsawing a heavy demon with 3 pips of fuel, like I said earlier. Again, if you're planning on doing that, keep an eye out for ammo pickups around you. Actually, always keep an eye on pickups around you. Knowing where health packs, armor packs, ammo, and chainsaw fuel canisters are can save your ass faster than the Doomslayer can rip out a Prowler's spine. Do the level challenges. Completing all 3, which usually aren't very difficult, gives you a Sentinel Battery, which can be used in the Fortress of Doom to unlock things like weapon mods, Sentinel Crystals, Praetor Suit tokens, and most importantly, skins. These upgrades really help a lot in the early games, so I would definitely recommend at least doing it for the first 3 or so levels, so you can have a bit more of an advantage going forward than you would have without it. Alright, here's a quick one to end things off. If you're in between fights and find some plasma ammo lying around, pull out your plasma rifle and shoot to get a heat blast charge or 2 before you pick up the ammo. When using the heat blast mod, which is always what I'd recommend as your first plasma rifle mod, having a charge or 2 ready to use is very helpful when getting into fights. You can't always get the full 3 charges while doing this, but even having just 1 or 2 gives a huge advantage. And on the higher difficulties, any advantage you can get, you should take. Alright, that's it for this video. Obviously I couldn't get to every little thing a new player should learn, but I feel like these tips will give any new player an advantage. There really is a lot you have to learn in this game, so hopefully I've helped you out just a little in that regard. Subscribe, like, yada yada yada, all that YouTuber shit. and hopefully I'll have a video out soon on something or other. And I'll see you then. Peace.